I wrote this down in my notes as a joke, but it was dead ass serious. And today I'm going to be talking about how I'm a no child left behind kid. Yes, I am. I am. In my head, I'm imagining that there's like applause noises, but I'm not going to be adding applause noises. So, yeah, just imagine it in your head too. But yeah, I am a no child left behind kid technically because in high school, my grades were horrible. But my test scores were amazing. And you wanna know why? It's because I hated school. And I was always one of those kids, even from middle school. I thought that I was like this indigo child that like didn't fit in and like I understand all this work, but it doesn't feel important because of the greater good of the world, whatever the fuck, right? So I started learning about that stuff and getting kind of into spirituality and purpose in middle school. So then when I got to high school, I was dealing with my own personal problems on top of already feeling like an oddball or like different from other people in a way that I just could not explain at the time, which we now know is autism. Yay! But at the time, those were applause again. At the time, I didn't know what it was, but I just knew I don't want to be here. School sucks. What are we gonna do about it, right? But I love learning. I think my brain constantly needs to be stimulated. Mentally, I just need to be stimulated in that way. And so I really do love learning, but I hated the controlling aspect of it. The environment was not good for me. And there's just so many things beyond learning that just didn't work for me, didn't get me there. And in turn, I hated being in school. I would leave early or skip a lot. Um, and for the first few years, like I'd say freshman and sophomore year in school, I would go to school and I would do my work, but I would never do homework. And I remember there was this one teacher, it was a math teacher, because I was really good at math. I was really good at algebra, I'll say, and statistics. Statistics. And she was my algebra teacher freshman year, and I would always do good on the work in class. I would always do well on the test. And I remember one time, it was like midpoint of the school year, she sat me down and she's like, and weird, like, that's my girl. Like, I don't know why people hated her, but I really liked her. I don't know. It was something about her that I just liked. And she said, I need you to do your homework. Like, I know you could do it. Just do it. Like, she's begging me to do my homework because that is what plummeted my grades for all 4 years. I would go home and I would not do my homework. Sorry. And because of that, I had terrible grades. And because I had terrible grades, I'm very surprised that I made it, that I graduated. But it's because I'm a no child left behind kid. And I'm grateful because, Lord, if I would have had to be left behind, that would be a sad day. That would be hell. I don't know what I would have done, honestly, but I don't know. I think just reflecting on it is very interesting because I was born in 2000. That became a thing in what, 2002? And seeing its effect on students now, not because they're in the wrong environment or because these outside factors that they're capable, but something beyond them is getting in the way. Like, we're learning now that people are taking children's mental health more seriously, like when they're having problems at home, it affects their education, things like that. I think the No Child Left Behind made it easier for teachers and educators to pinpoint these things with students because that was a real issue that I think teachers just never address. Like, I don't know why everybody thinks that children don't have big feelings and go through things when they're not inside those four walls. But yeah, so a lot more students were getting the attention that they needed and things like that. But also at the same time, these kids today, it's not it's not really the same story. They're just kind of they just need to be getting left behind. And it's really sad because I don't know. You can have faith in the youth and you can have faith in the children, but I really just don't know with these kids. I really don't. And I hate to say that I'm a part of the demographic that should have got left behind but didn't. But you know, I still read, I still learned. Now I think it's come to a point where kids don't see why they need to be educated because of technology, right? But I think our generation was like, what is the point of this in the real world in a more cynical way? Because older Gen Z were very aware of the world and society and the economy because of the internet. Like I think we use the internet as a source of knowledge, and now the internet is being used as a source of functioning, right? Like we used it to learn more about the world and in turn know what we need to be focused on and what things are alarming. Like we were aware about global warming and all these things that school wasn't teaching us, right? And so older Gen Z is going, why aren't you teaching us about these things that we need to know? But you're yelling at me because of the Pythagorean theorem, right? And now these kids are just going, why are you teaching me these things that I don't need to know because AI can do it for me? Which is a drastically different mindset. And that is my theory of what is happening now. And I'm very interested on how it will, like, I'm interested to see down the line how these children will grow up and present themselves as an adult. Who fucking knows? And honestly, maybe it won't be that bad because we're now learning that a lot of older Gen Z can't even read either. So, who fucking knows? Honestly, who fucking knows? But yeah, that was very interesting. I don't really have a lot to say right now. I just wanted to say something and make a video. So, this is the video that I made. So, all them people, to all those kids out there that think the school is pointless, it was pointless at one point in time, but I think you should get your education. I think if you're a child now, you should get your education for sure, or at least read a few books. Read a few books throughout the month, throughout the year, and make sure you know how to add three-digit numbers. And I think you might be off to a good start there, yes.